everyone. Good morning, DepEd Philippines. If you can hear me po, please give a thumbs up. Just to be sure na klaro, ayan, ang daming thumbs up. Good morning, everyone. Ayan, so welcome to our financial literacy webinar. This is our first session and we are very thankful that you're all with us today. Ayan, so before anything po, just a few reminders po for our Zoom etiquette lang po. Please turn on your videos. We would just like to see everyone's faces po. Attendance check din po to para sa ating lahat. Pangalawa po, please prepare your notebooks, your writing materials, even your water bottles po para po hydrated tayo and ready po tayo to take notes. And finally, ang mga participants po ngayon dito sa ating Zoom, kayo lang po ang magkakaroon ng ating certificates po because we capped the limit po ng ating webinar to 300 participants only. Ayan po. So, hello again and welcome to our financial literacy webinar. It is entitled Financial Planning in Times of Pandemic. So, dito po sa ating webinar today, we are going to talk about kung ano talagang naging impact ng ating COVID-19 pandemic sa ating ekonomiya at sa ating mga personal na finances. So, we'll be able to learn po on how to build resilience talaga in budgeting and debt management, saving, how to stay on top of your finances, especially right now, and finally, to protect our finances during these times of crisis po. So definitely po, this webinar will help us understand how we can take care of our savings, how we can take care of our finances, even if we're in a crisis like this. So ayun po, before we get started, I would just like to welcome po, we would like to welcome all of you po, especially from DPI Foundation, who is fully supporting this mission to enable our hardworking DepEd teachers and personnel with the necessary knowledge to help them achieve financial freedom. DPI Foundation's FinEd Unboxed program, in collaboration with DepEd's Stronger from Home program, will cover practical financial management topics and provide resources relevant to the financial needs of DepEd personnel. So today is the best time to prepare for tomorrow, as DPI says, by developing these financial management skills and instilling a mindset for financial responsibility. We can all contribute to a better Philippines. Ayan, so this webinar is really for us to be better citizens of the country and at the same time to be more aware of how we can do better at home po. Ayun, and Pilipinas. Ayan, so from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, they are fully supporting the department in integrating financial education in the K-12 curriculum to the crafting of appropriate policies and monitoring and evaluation frameworks, as well as development of lesson exemplars for use of teachers in their classes. The BSP also supports DepEd in developing and deploying personal finance management modules and training of trainers for teachers and non-teaching personnel. So, marami po tayong partners sa ating webinar for today, and we are very glad na nakakatuto din po tayo even during this time. So, ayun po, before we get started, I would just like to open this webinar po with our Chief Administrative Officer for the Employee Welfare Division. I would just like to call on po Mr. Francis Allen B. De La Cruz to open our session for today.
Yes, Teddy, good morning to everyone. From the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development and the Office of the Field Operations, HR, Personnel Division, and Employee Welfare Division and DIACO, I'd like to welcome everyone to the first of the 3 webinar series of Personal Financial Management with the theme Challenges and Opportunities in the Time of Pandemic. This is, of course, under the program Stronger from Home. The idea of conducting a financial wellness program came to us in 2017 when the Secretary Liling, analyzed the financial status to our payroll review of DepEd employees wherein, based on the data, majority of us, our employees, our teachers, are indebted, which may be attributed to the lack of awareness and capacity in managing one's personal finances. Thus, the birth of Personal Financial Management Program, or the PFM. Over the past years, in partnership with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the BPI Foundation, we have launched several PFM seminars nationwide and have trained over hundreds of trainers for the promotion and to promote financial freedom. Our current situation during this time of pandemic is stressful, especially in terms of managing our finances. That is why we find it essential to continue this program despite the limitations, because we believe it will empower us to make sound decisions about our finances that fit our current conditions. We hope to provide you an opportunity to get on the right track to your financial wellness. We hope that this webinar series, through our guest speakers, will provide you a platform for learning and sharing of experiences on the personal financial management. Thank you and enjoy this session.
Ayan, thank you so much, Sir Francis, for that wonderful welcoming remarks. And as you said po, this really will help all our DepEd personnel become more financially independent, or at least to learn more on how to take care of their finances. So right now po, I'll just briefly introduce po our speaker for today. But before that, I would just like to say thank you again to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and to BPI Foundation for being our partners for this financial literacy webinar. We are very grateful for your contributions and support to this webinar po. So ayun, I would like to introduce our speaker for today.
Teddy,
yes po.
Can I introduce the speaker? Medyo excited kasi ako eh. I feel like introducing the speaker. Is it okay?
No problem po. No problem po. I got you.
Yeah, hello everyone. We are super excited to have all you here in Stronger from Home. Our participants in Zoom and of course our thousands of viewers in Facebook Live. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. No? This morning, we have an amazing guest, no? A popular financial journalist and one of the respected financial literacy advocates in the country. And when I say amazing, I really mean it. No? Alam nyo ba, yesterday when I was doing my research about our guest speaker, I was moved, no? And napaluha ako about her inspiring life story. She is a living example of how to manage challenges in life. O yung mga tiga Bicol dyan, a speaker is from Albay and a daughter of public school teachers. That is why she understands the situation of teachers and employees. Our speaker is the resident financial advisor of On the Money, a personal finance show aired on ANC, where she has a regular segment called Salve Says. She is also a public speaker, a registered financial planner, a communication consultant for organizations like the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank. She worked for 2 decades as a financial journalist for publications such as the Philippine Daily Inquirer, the Inquirer Interactive, the Business World, and winning prestigious awards for articles including the Jaime V. Ongpin Awards for Investigative Journalism, Metro Pacific Banking and Finance Reporter of the Year, and the Citibank Award for Excellence, among others. Today, she will be sharing to us the basic concepts of financial planning, budgeting, and saving, and debt management. And after we are all pumped up, she will share with us tips on how we will convert our existing financial challenges to become opportunities that will help us achieve better life during and after this pandemic. With that, I ask that you give our full attention to our speaker and help me welcome her to this webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, Salve Duplito.
Hi everyone! Grabe Sir Francis, medyo naluha ako dun sa introduction mo. It is my privilege to be invited to this event. When I got the invitation, sobrang excited ko talaga. And throughout this weekend, I've been thinking about ways to really help out yung plano natin, which we will announce eventually, I think, pagka naayos na. Anything that I can do to help the public school system and public school teachers, sobrang excited ako. And as Sir Francis said, the reason is product ako ng public school. From kinder to college, public school talaga ako nag-aral. My parents were public school teachers. My dad, dating principal sa napakaliblib na lugar na mas malayo pa kesa sa Donsol, Sorsogon. It's a small town called Buena Vista, which during that time, hindi mo madadating ng nag-drive ka lang. Kailangan sumakay ka ng lancha. Ganon katindi at kalayo yung kanilang pinagtuturuan. At nung lumalaki na ako, ang nanay ko nagturo sa Kotmon Elementary School. So I don't know kung magre-recite lang ako ng konti kasi sobrang excited ko talaga, Sir Francis. Pabayaan mo na muna ako magkwento ng kaunti. Nasana yung mga Bicolano dyan at mga doon sa mga lugar kung saan ako nanggaling. I know some of you, I think I am so sure that some of my classmates who are still public school teachers at the moment are already online, nag-register na daw po sila at excited din sila. So I grew up na, I'll show you some of my pictures. Sandali, magsi-screen share lang ako ha. One moment. I'll show you just to prove. Baka mamaya hindi kayo naniniwala kung papaano, kung eto na. Aha. Is this it? Pansit. Sandali lang po ha. Hindi pala to. Pasensya. Wait lang po. There. Konti na lang. Konting pasensya lang. Ito na. To show you what it was like growing up in Bicol. Ito po yung itsura ko noon. Nahulaan nyo na po ba kung alin ako dyan? Ako lang po yung naka-green na t-shirt at pinagtatawanan po ako ng mga kaklase ko kasi maliit po talaga ako. Pinanganak po akong maliit at medyo malnourished po ako nung bata pa dahil mahirap nga lang kami nung nagsimula. So ang laman po ng tsupon ko ay hindi powdered milk na mamahalin kundi condensed milk. Kaya siguro po kung nakikita nyo yung paa ko hindi lumalapat sa sahig. Ayan, ganito po ang itsura namin noon sa public school. Kaya naiintindihan ko po yung pinagdadaanan ng mga teachers kasi alam ko sobrang laki ng load ninyo. Sobrang daming estudyante na minamahal nyo araw-araw at pinagsisilbihan. And ito naman po ang aking kapatid. Yan po yung aking public school teacher din po na kapatid na nag-migrate na po siya ngayon. Ito pa po yung isa ko pang kapatid. So really to show you, my entire family is a product of the public school system. Ito po yung pinagtuturoan ng nanay ko. Kotmon Elementary School na napakalayo po niyan. 1 hour po, mahigit po 1 hour kami bumabiyahe. Siksikan sa loob ng jeep. Alam ko po, alam ng karamihan sa inyo kung ano itsura ng jeep na halos tao lang nakikita mo. Hindi mo na nakikita yung jeep dahil sa dami ng nakasakay. Isang oras po kaming sumasakay doon para lang makarating kung saan siya nagtatrabaho. Kaya minsan naiisip ko, the people here who are really complaining about traffic to go to work, let them try to work in the province kung saan ang isang oras ay napakaraming kilometro at hindi ka pa makaupo ng maayos, no? So, this is where the stage where I used to dance kasi dahil tinuturuan po kami sa Bicol University ng mga sayaw. Pupunta po ako doon sa school ng nanay ko at ako naman ang magtuturo sa mga estudyante niya ng sayaw. These are memories really that I carry with me until now. At kaya siguro makikita nyo how important it is for me to really be part of this activity. Now, the reason why I flashed this picture, alam ko po marami sa inyo nag-iisip kung anong ibig sabihin ng new normal. Sa panahon po natin ngayon, hindi na po talaga tayo babalik dun sa normal na buhay natin. What we are seeing now during the pandemic is something that has not happened in more than 100 years. Kung hindi nyo pa po nababasa yung libro na Grapes of Wrath, maybe you should try to read that now kung may mahahanap kayong copy. Yun po yung unang-unang bagsak ko dun sa idea ng ano ba yung Great Depression. So, nung time na yon in 1932, sobrang tindi ng pinagdaanan ng buong mundo. Kaya ang tawag ngayon Great Depression kasi bumagsak ang ekonomiya, walang makain ng mga tao, walang trabaho yung mga breadwinners, and it took more than 10 years for yung hinahanap nilang new normal to come back. Then, as now, hindi na po babalik dun sa dati yung ating mundo. Magre-restructure ang buong mundo. Ang financial system magre-restructure. The entire world order will change. And this is why it is important. And this activity that you have, having webinars among you, is very, very important because we all need to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. Ano yung mga bagay-bagay na dating ginagawa natin na dapat ituloy natin? At ano yung mga bagay-bagay na dapat hindi na natin gawin? Marami po yan at hindi po ako expert sa lahat ng yan. Pero pagdating po sa protecting your financial freedom, ito po ang pinag-aralan ko ng more than 2 decades. Yes po, matanda na po ako. Ang totoo po niyan, I've lived like 100 years. It feels like that sometimes dahil sa sobrang hirap ng pinagdaanan ko sa buhay. And that is why I am amazed and it is extremely powerful what DepEd is doing for everybody. Pag nagbabasa po ako ng dyaryo, marami pong batikos, kaliwat kanan. And I know that you sometimes who work in government, because I used to work in government also, you're doing everything that you can. And yet everything seems to be against you. Madaling-madali lang po sa ibang tao na bumatiko sa mga government workers. And I must tell you now, although hindi ito pang personal finance, stay the course. Because in the end, what is important are the lives that you change. Not what other people say about you or the institution that you work for, but the lives that you change. And I will tell you one very important story about that before I end, na napaka-importante for me because as I said, I was changed by teachers, by my most beautiful parents, sisters, and my teachers in public school. Actually, medyo nangingilabot na po ako ngayon. Medyo emotional na ako ng konti. Okay, so going back to my point. In order to prepare all of you who are listening to me today, I must tell you that you cannot think that what used to be will still be. Everything is going to change. But there is also a very important thing that we must remember after that. It is not necessarily true that we will all slide back to the dark ages because there are opportunities now that will allow each and every one of you and the families that you hold dear to take advantage of these difficult times and emerge stronger and emerge better and emerge even more powerful and empowering after this crisis. So the first step, diretso na po ako dahil 45 minutes lang ang allotted for this, and I would like to talk to a lot of you after this event. I mean, during the question and answer. So, unang-una po, first step that we need to do is to deal with debt. Kausap ko po si Secretary Briones during the beginning of the difficulties nung mga kautangan ng mga teachers. Kausap ko rin po yung ibang public school teachers. Dinala ko po sila sa show namin sa ANC na ang tawag ay On the Money. And then I brought financial advisors in the show to talk to Secretary Briones and the other public school teachers who were there. Everybody's been trying to do everything that they can. But you individually, you have the biggest power to change the way your life will happen. Kayo ang may pinakamalaking impluensya sa trajectory ng buhay ninyo pagdating sa kautangan natin. So ano po ba yung tips na gusto kong ibigay? Kailangan po maintindihan natin what is the meaning of compounding. Ang compounding is a very important word in the field of financial literacy. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, kapag ang 100 pesos for instance, kapag ang interest niyan, kumikita pa rin ng interest, ang tawag po dyan ay compounding. Mamaya ituturo ko how that will help you gain financial independence para dumating tayo dun sa punto na hindi na tayo umuutang, tayo na yung nagpapautang or tumutulong from time to time. Pero may dark side po yung compounding at ito ay makikita sa charges ng utang. Karamihan po 5-6, Sanla ATM, marami pa pong ibang klase ng kautangan dito sa Pilipinas ay masyado pong malaki ang interest. So malaki na yung interest, kino-compound pa ito. Ibig sabihin, if you don't pay the full amount ng inutang mo, yung principal amount, ang babayaran mo lang yung interest nito, paulit-ulit kang nagbabayad ng interest dun sa full amount at yung interest na yun, pag hindi mo nabayaran, magcha-charge din yung interest ng interest. So makikita po ninyo sa screen, kunwari 10,000 ang utang sa 5-6, ang iniisip po natin ay madali lang yan kasi 2,800 lang ang babayaran kada buwan. Pero pag kinompute po yan ng inyong financial advisors, ang hindi po natin alam, hulaan nyo po, magkano po ba ang magiging interest lamang, ha? Hindi kasama yung principal. Hindi ko alam kung maririnig ko kayong humula, pero papakita ko na lang. Ito na po. Sa interest lamang ay magbabayad tayo ng 24,000 pesos. So ang inutang natin ay 10,000 lang, pero ang interest lamang 24,000. So kung ano man yung binili natin dun sa 10,000, para na rin natin siyang binili ng 34,000 pesos. Di ba kung iisipin nyo, nagtitipid ka sana. Kaya ka umutang para bilhin yon. But kung isasama mo yung cost ng interest, yung 10,000 piso na pinambili mo, ang actual cost niyan ay 34,000 pesos dahil sa interest. Sana po klaro po ito sa ating lahat. Lalo na po pag compounding yung interest, sobra pong sakit nun sa bulsa. Kahit anong ipon natin, kahit anong tipid natin, dahil walang interest sa kita na mas tataas pa kesa sa interest ng 5-6. Kahit anong ipon natin, hindi tayo aangat sa buhay kapag tayo ay umuutang ng ganito kamahal. So, uulitin ko po, alam ko marami na siguro sa inyo na nakakita nito, interest doesn't sleep. Tayong lahat natutulog, but interest doesn't. Tayong lahat nagkakasakit, lalo na ngayon, interest doesn't get sick. We take a day off, interest doesn't take a day off. We get depressed sometimes, si interest, dire-diretso lang yan sa buhay niya and it will hound us forever. And I know that you feel this. I know naramdam natin ito at hindi ko kayo sinisisi dahil mahirap talaga ang buhay. Marami tayong pinapakain, marami tayong pinag-aaral din natin yung mga anak natin. Minsan may mga health issues na hindi natin maiiwasan. So sometimes it really is impossible to stop ourselves from borrowing money at high interest rates. Kaya po, ito po yung mga strategies na pwede kong i-share sa inyo. I will share this eventually after my talk. So lahat kayo pwede nyo tong i-download at pwede nyong gamitin. Kunwari po, meron tayong 30,000 pesos na utang. Hati-hati yan sa credit card, personal loan, paluwagan, sa kapatid, ganyan. So ito po yung pwede nating gawin para pagdating ng pagdating ng 7 months, tapos na nating bayaran lahat at wala ni isa doon ang magsasabi na hindi tayo nakapagbayad. Ang unang-una pong napaka-importanteng gagawin natin sa ganitong sitwasyon is wala tayong pinagkautangan na dapat nating pagtaguan. Okay? The more that we hide from the people that we borrow from, at alam ko marami sa inyo automatic deduction na yan, pero aside from that, there are still others na hinahabol tayo. The more that you hide from the people who lend money to you, including friends or family, the more that ang cost noon ay hindi lang interest. Ang cost noon ay self-respect. Ang cost noon ay reputation. And sometimes these things are costlier than just money. So, kailangan, kung hindi tayo makakapagbayad, tatawagan natin sila, pasensya ka na ha, pwedeng next month ba? Ako po, marami na po akong natulungan sa mga natulungan at na-appreciate ko po yun. Basta as long as you're upfront with all your situation, mas naiintindihan po yun ng mga tao. Pero ito na po yung strategy na pwede ninyong gayahin at pwede ninyong i-share. So, kunwari po tayo ay may 30,500 total na utang. Tapos, napag-decide po natin kasama ang ating mga asawa na every month magsiset aside tayo ng 5,000 pesos. Kunwari, 5,000 pesos. It can be different amounts for you. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you how to budget. So, you want to set aside 5,000 pesos for paying off all your debts. Pero parang ang hirap kasi ang dami. So, ito po yung strategy natin. In January, kunwari po January ngayon, mag-decide po tayo. Ang ililista nyo po sa pinakamataas ay yung utang na may pinakamataas na interest. Tapos, pababa, yung pinakamahina na yung interest. So, credit cards, because mataas ang interest niya, budget mo for that is 2,000. Personal loan, 1,500. Paluwagan, 1,000. Sa kapatid, 500. So, kahit na maliit sa iba, malaki sa iba, hindi ka nagtago sa kahit isa sa kanila. So, makikita natin in January, ayan yung utang natin, nakapagbayad tayo ng 5,000. Pagdating ng February, uulitin natin yon. Same lang. Pero ito po yung secret. Okay, kaya debt payment push plan ang tawag dito. Kunwari yung credit card debt natin ay 6,000. Pagdating ng April, fully paid nyo na siya. Okay? So, fully paid nyo na by April, yung 2,000 na budget ninyo for credit card, ilalagay nyo dun sa pangalawang item. So, instead na 1,500 for personal loan, gagawin yung 3,500 ito. So, if you look at the bottom part, it's still 5,000. Hindi kayo nagdagdag. Pero ngayon, mas mabilis nyong mababayaran yung second item. So, by May, pagdating po ng May, ayaw niya pong ayan. So, by May, paid na yung credit card, yung personal loan na bayaran. So, yung 3,500 sa personal loan, gagamitin na natin para i-fully pay yung paluwagan at finally, makakatulong na sa pagbayad kay sister. So, kung susundin natin ang plano na ito, by June, si sister na lang ang kulang na bayad at pagdating po ng July, Freedom Day na po tayo. So if we follow this, there is a plan. Every time you borrow anything, dapat meron tayong plano kung paano natin to babayaran. Pag wala po tayong maisip na plano, wag na lang po tayong umutang. Pero alam ko nga na kailangan yan paminsan-minsan. Kung hindi na po talaga maiiwasan, this is what you can do para hindi na po tayo mahirapan sa pagbayad ng ating mga kautangan. Ito po, yung living a zero debt lifestyle is the first major goal that anyone who wants to achieve a life free of financial worries should do. It's not investing, it's not even saving. Kasi no matter what you earn from your savings, it will not even make a dent in the amount of money that you pay on interest. So ang unang-una kapag meron po akong mini-mentor at sinututor pagdating sa personal finance, ang unang-unang requirement ko sa kanila ay dapat zero debt tayo. Hindi tayo makakapag-ipon, hindi tayo makakapag-invest, paglubog tayo sa utang. And you know, there's no judgment here. Ako po, sa totoo lang, when I was starting out my life, I also had debts. And when I started learning about personal finance, ang goal ko po noon, naalala ko pa, sinulat ko talaga ng malaki na by December 31, zero na yung utang ko. And everything that I learned, everything that I studied, every extra money, rumaraket po ako here and there. Kung pwede ako mag-tutor ng English, ginagawa ko. At bawat piso na tinatanggap ko dun sa mga extra sideline, ginagamit ko po yun para ma-zero yung utang ko. It was that important to me because I know, hindi tayo makakaalpas sa sitwasyon natin kung hindi natin mababayaran yung utang natin. So there are other options, especially during this crisis. Meron pong mga tulong ang iba-ibang financial institutions. Kung may utang po tayo sa Pag-ibig, may utang tayo sa iba pa sa SSS, GSIS, we can ask for debt consolidation. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga utang pagsasama-samahin para isa na lang po ang binabayaran natin. Magulo po kasi at mahirap intindihin pag marami-raming institutions na naghahati-hati ng ating binabayad every month. So debt moratorium is also a way of negotiating. Pwede pong wag muna sana in the next few months yung interest, pwede po bang next month na lang. If you have VUL or if you have other kinds of insurance and you need extra cash, what you can do is to borrow against your insurance. That's cheaper compared to 5-6 or yung mga sanla ATM, mas mababa po yung interest nun, pero may interest pa rin. SSS and GSIS loans, of course, have lower interest rate than all of those other companies outside. And for those who are employed in the private sector, pwede po tayong humingi ng company loans from your employers. Okay, so mamaya po ilista nyo lang kung meron po kayong mga katanungan about your loans and you can ask me those questions later on. The step 2 that I really, really love, once you have zeroed out your loan, is to start paying yourself first. Now, there are many rich people in the Philippines. And I've been thinking about why they are rich. Gusto niyo po ba silang maging gusto niyo po bang maging kasing yaman nila? Can you show me a nod of your faces? Gusto niyo po ba yon? Yes? Okay, very good. Yung iba po, hindi ko po nakikita yung mukha. Okay, sana po makita ko ang kagustuhan nila. If you're really excited and if you're really committed, okay, can you nod your head? Okay? Makikita ko po yan. Ayan. Maraming salamat. Ito po yung dapat tandaan ninyo. Ito yung single biggest thing that you can do after paying off your debt that will allow you to get better in your finances. So, ito nga pong mayayaman na to, iniisip ko, bakit ba sila mayayaman? Dahil lang ba pinanganak na silang mayaman? Dahil ba marami silang kumpanya? Dahil ba hindi sila nagbabayad ng tax minsan, 'di ba? Maraming reason bakit sila mayayaman. Pero ito po yung number 1 reason bakit sila mayaman. Gusto niyo na po bang malaman? Okay, this is the big secret. Alam niyo po ba, kaya sila mayaman dahil sa inyo. Okay? Uulitin ko. Ang rason bakit mayaman silang lahat ay dahil sa inyo. Bakit kamo? Pagkatapos nyo makuha yung sweldo nyo, kanino nyo binigay? Nagbayad kayo ng kuryente, namili kayo sa grocery, kumain kayo sa labas. Di ba? Lahat ng kinita nyo, binigay nyo sa kanila. nakakagalit yun para sa akin dahil alam ko kung gaano kayo kasipag magtrabaho. Pinaghirapan nyo yung kinikita nyong sweldo. So, hindi ba dapat ang bawat piso nun ay dapat mapunta sa inyo? Okay, uulitin ko ha. Nagpagod ka, gumising ka ng maaga para gumawa ng lesson plan, nagdala ka ng sarili mong props. Minsan, bumibili ka pa ng sarili mong chalk kasi gusto mo yung magandang klaseng chalk, Manila paper. Buong araw ka nagtrabaho, pagkatapos nun chine-check mo pa yung mga estudyante mo. Kung staff ka sa DepEd, ang dami ring trabaho, di ba? Bakit walang natitira? Bakit laging ubos ang pera? Hindi ba dapat ang una mong papasweldohin ay ang sarili mo? That future version of you who will eventually be asked to stop working should not depend on our children for our everyday needs. Dadating yung time, hindi na tayo makakapagtrabaho. Pero pagdating ng panahon na yun, wala rin tayong ipon. So the first thing that we need to do is to pay ourselves first. Okay? So, ito po yung laging nangyayari. Ay, yan. Lahat ng tao, kaya sabi ko hindi nakakapag-ipon is, ang nakalagay, pagpasok ng sweldo, labas ang expenses, at iisipin natin, next month, pag may natira, iipunin ko siya. Diba? Agree po ba kayo? Taas nyo nga. Gusto ko makita. Yes? Totoo? For many Filipinos, nakikita ko to na pagpasok ng kita, labas expenses, at ang matitira savings, kaya laging zero. Walang natitira. Okay? Pero, kung gagawin sana ito, yan. Kanina, income minus expenses equals savings. Dapat, income minus savings equals expenses. Ang mauuna, pay yourself first. Kayo muna, bago kayo magbayad ng kuryente, magbayad ng tubig, magbayad ng kahit ano pa man, ang dapat nyong bayaran ay ang sarili muna. So, income minus savings, yun yung payment mo for yourself. At yung matitira, yun ang ating magiging budget para sa buwan na yon. Alam ko alam nyo, tinuro ko na ito sa maraming tao. At pagdating ng punton to, yung mga mukha ng mga tao, ang hirap niyan eh. That's so hard to do because in the very first place, income is not enough. Di ba? Kaya paano natin magagawa yan? That's impossible. So here is what I want you to do. Can I stop sharing muna? Is it possible to stop sharing first? I want to see everybody's faces. Okay. Okay. So I want to see everybody's faces because I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. No? Okay. So sabi natin kanina, mahirap yung income minus savings equals expenses kasi kulang ang income lagi. Let us do a little experiment. Sino ang makakapagsabi sa akin na, ito may hawak ako, 25 pesos. Napakaliit na amount lang, di ba? Maliit ba to? Malaki? Maliit? Yes? Can you nod your head? Maliit po ba? Can you na yes? Okay, so 25 pesos is a small amount. Pwede ko po bang hilingin sa inyo na ibigay sa akin yung 25 pesos, iipunin natin per day? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Kada araw, 25 pesos lang ang iipunin natin. Kaya po ba ito? And I see? Okay, kaya. Okay. So, 25 pesos Monday, 25 pesos on Tuesday until Friday is how much? Ayan, yung mga math teacher. Pwede na magsabi. Paki-raise nga po in a paper. Ilagay nyo sa screen nyo kung magkano yung 25 for 1 week. Magkano po yung 25 for 1 week? Can you show me your answers? Meron po bang pwedeng mag-flash ng figures? I can see your screens. Okay. Alright. So, 125. Okay? That's on 1 week lang. 125 for 1 week. Kung gagawin po natin ito the entire month, 125 for ito na pala. So, this is 125 for 1 week, no? Kung gagawin natin to for the entire month, 4 weeks, for instance, magkano na po yung ipon natin? Can you show me a number in your screen? Magkano po yung ipon? Okay, so it's gonna be 125 for 4 weeks. Yes, somebody raised their hand. Just show me a number, okay? Or kamay na, ayan. Okay, all right. So it's gonna be, tama ba? Sinong gusto ng 500? Okay. Okay, ang bilis ng taas ng mga kamay. Okay, so if I have 500, kanina yung 25 pesos na ipon mukhang maliit. But if I have 500, malaki na rin ba? Malaki na? Okay. What if we do it for the entire year? Okay? If we do it for the entire year, 500 a month, magkano na po yung ipon natin sa isang taon? Can you show me? 6,000. Thank you. So, I have it here. Sinong gusto ng 6,000? Lahat kayo nagtataas ng kamay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Imagine, you will have this just by saving 25 pesos Mondays to Fridays. Hindi pa kasama yung Saturday and Sunday kasi pahinga yan, di ba? Minsan, ito po yung isang technique ng mga financial advisor. If you want to know the significance of something, annualize mo yan. So, kung cost yan na maliit, i-annualize mo, makikita mo magkano. And you're saving 25 pesos Mondays to Fridays will give you 6,000 pesos in a year. Ito po yung sinasabi ko na anyone, kahit mambabalot, kayang mag-save ng pera. Kayang gawin yung income minus savings equals expenses. Napaka-importante po yung order by which you do it. Kasi kung laging panghuli ito, lagi po itong magiging zero. Negative if you are going to borrow money. Understood po ba? Is it very clear? You can do this in your classrooms to show your students exactly how to save money, no? So that is a technique that I use in my classes and I am sharing with all of the teachers in here who are watching. Now, babalik na po ako dun sa ating screen share para I can show you the rest of my slides. Okay. I really like seeing your faces. I feel like I'm in a classroom. Okay. So, ito po yung sinasabi natin kanina na gagawin na po ba natin itong lahat? Pwede ko po bang as your incomes grow and as your finances get better, then this habit will really help you. You will just increase the amount that you save. Basta importante para bang ang gusto ko mangyari lahat ng DepEd staff and DepEd teachers, pag hindi nakapag-ipon, para kang lumabas ng bahay na hindi naligo or hindi nag-toothbrush. Di ba? Na parang, may kulang ngayon. Parang hindi yata tama yung buhay ko kasi pala hindi siya nakapag-ipon. So that is what I mean by a transformational habit. If you make it very, very simple and easy to do, it will be very transformational for all of you. So, baka maubusan na po ako ng oras. Later, I will show you exactly what happens with that, but I also want you to know about what the pandemic has taught us about risk. Alam ko na marami pong government staff na merong entrepreneurial mindset. Gusto natin magsimula ng negosyo. Gusto natin magsimula ng pagkakakitaan. Marami po akong, syempre, public school teachers yung aking pamilya, di ba? Maya-maya, papasok sa school, may konting binibenta dito, binibenta dyan. Kasama na po talaga yun sa buhay natin mga Pilipino kasi maparaan tayo. And this is what everybody now realizes. Sometimes we think that tuloy-tuloy ang buhay. Kung ano yung ganda ng negosyo ngayon, tuloy-tuloy yan. Kung anong ganda ng buhay ngayon, tuloy-tuloy. Hindi na po yan totoo. Nakita po natin na something like the COVID-19 pandemic can totally disrupt everybody's lives. So what do we do? Kailangan, dahil hindi na po ito, nagtaas po ng kamay si Ma'am Darlene, ano pong gagawin natin? Mag-uusap na po ba tayo ngayon or later paki-note down na lang po muna yung mga katanungan natin? Ano? Okay. So, ang iisipin po natin is these crises will always happen. Throughout 200 years, may business cycles po na sinasabi. Some business cycles last for 7 to 8 years. Some last for 50 years. Some last for 70 years. At itong pandemic, parang every 100 years nagkakaroon ng virus. We must always remember that there are risks. Hindi po mawawala yan. Lagi pong babalik-balik yan. Hindi na natin yan mababago. So what we need to do is to change the way we live so that we are prepared for all of those risks. What, for example, should we do with risk, no? We need emergency funds. So yung 6,000 po na tinabi natin kanina for emergency funds, okay? Itong 6,000 ay ilalagay natin sa pondong pang-emergency lamang. Now, quick, meron po akong, di pa. Okay, meron po akong maliit na quiz. Okay, pop quiz. Itaas ang kamay kung tama, tapos wag magtaas ng kamay kung mali. Okay. Kung ang emergency funds po ay pang-emergency, pag may nagkasakit, okay lang po ba? Nagastusin? Emergency po ba ang sakit? Yes, very good. Okay, nagtaas ng kamay. Emergency po ba ang fiesta? Okay, hindi. Emergency po ba ang sale sa mall? Okay, karamihan po, alam ko sinasabi, naku, 70% off, napakalaking emergency to, kunin natin yung emergency fund. Mali, pagkukukurutin ko po kayong lahat pag ginawa po ninyo yan. Okay, panganganak po ba ay emergency? Hindi po, okay? Hindi po emergency ang panganganak dahil you had 9 months to prepare, okay? Yes po, papasok kayo sa emergency room, pero hindi po siya emergency because you had time to prepare for that. Emergency po ba ang may umuwing kamag-anak at kailangan magbakasyon? Emergency po ba yon? Okay, very good. So, always know, ito po pala, ang tuition po ba ay emergency? Hindi rin. Very good. Tuition is not an emergency because you know when you will pay that and it is an annual thing. So, dapat pinag-iipunan siya. It is critical that we know how to use our emergency funds. Kasi pag dumating yung real life emergency, like somebody gets sick, somebody gets into an accident, nasunugan tayo, nasira yung sasakyan, is an emergency, wala na tayong gagastusin kung ginastos na natin siya into those, using for those things that are not real emergencies. Another way for us to deal with risk is having insurance. Okay. Kayo po, alam ko, covered kayo ng GSIS insurance. But you have to have enough coverage. And how do you know that? Kailangan ma-compute natin how much ang kailangan ng mga dependents natin to live a good life, not a rich life, no? Just enough para makagraduate yung mga anak natin ng college if we die today. Okay? And that is a healthy way of looking at risk. Wala po ni isa sa atin na immune pa sa virus. At wala pong immune sa aksidente. We have to think of the worst case scenario. What will happen if tomorrow we die? What will happen to the children who depend on us? Magulang natin na umaasa sa atin. Compute how much they need to survive until they can fend for themselves. And then that is how much insurance life cover you should have. So if your insurance in GSIS is not enough, you buy term insurance only, okay? Term insurance for people lalo na who are in debt, wag muna tayong bibili ng may investment unless we're really ready to do so. Term insurance is the cheapest. I know some of you will have questions there, but let us move on. So the next step really is to, how do I remove okay, one moment. Can you see okay, so next step is invest. One of the things that is a source of my despair. As a financial advisor, I've been in this job for more than 20 years. Sabi ko sa inyo, matanda na ako. Is that honest workers, school teachers, government workers spend a lot of their money on scams. Because wala tayong masyadong alam na option to grow our money, nauubos yun dun sa mga guaranteed return, mga negosyo na kikita ng ganito agad-agad next year. Marami pong scam sa mundo. And we have to know exactly how to identify the scams from the legitimate ones. No? So we need to invest intelligently and never ever in scams. Kaya ito lang po isang tip lang. Pag hindi nyo po naiintindihan kung papaano kinikita nung taong yon or ng organisasyon na yon ang pera nila. Pag hindi nyo naintindihan, Bitcoin man yan o kung ano man, wag na po kayo maglagay ng pera. Kahit na po sabihin nila na guaranteed ito, may post-dated check ka, bibigyan ka nito, yayaman ka dito. Tingnan mo si kumpare mo, may kotse na ngayon. Di ba? Narinig nyo na ba lahat ng storya na ganyan? They are tapping into our desperation. And I know that we can't be blamed for being desperate sometimes, but we need to be more intelligent than desperate. So kapag something is too good to be true, i-report nyo na agad. Okay? Huwag na po tayong sumali. Hayaan na natin. Kung talaga namang kumita, edi kumita sila. Pero at least hindi nawala ang pera natin. No? So, one of the things that I know that you're going to have this session eventually with Randall Chongson, one of the ways to make good money is in the stock exchange. You will learn about this later on, right? Babalikan ko lang ha. Wait, one moment. So ito lang, one note about the stock market. There are times na nakakatakot siya. So you will see here a huge drop in the stock market, okay? For over 1 year, ganyan yung takbo niya and then biglang bumagsak. Pero mag-change ang perspective natin if you look at the stock market from 1998. The stock market is up and down. So, hindi talaga guaranteed yung return niya like a time deposit or something in the banks that will give us guaranteed returns. But over time, paakyat siya. So, try to learn more about it, especially pag nagsalita yung kaibigan ko si Randall Chongson, take down notes. I have a very contrarian investing strategy. Hindi po ako nagsa-speculate. Bili lang ako ng bili and I study a lot. If you are able to do that, for instance, this was one of my stock picks earlier on, with 2,800 pesos, naging 500,000. This is possible. And hopefully, there will come a time when we are able to teach this safely in public schools. Because kung hindi ito maiintindihan ng ating mga kabataan ngayon, paulit-ulit lang ang ating journey when it comes to wealth, no? Kahit na simpleng tao, kahit na maliit lang ang savings mo, if you know how to invest intelligently hindi yung may narinig kang rumor, bibili ka na. Hindi pwedeng ganon. We need to learn how to invest smartly and intelligently based on numbers and figures, and then we can make money this way. Another tip lang is mutual fund returns. So when I was starting in my career, I put money in several mutual funds to track exactly how they're doing. And this is for index funds. So I started with 10,000. Look what it became after several years. If you begin with 100,000 and then you add 500 pesos a month. Remember, our 500 pesos is 25 from Monday to Friday only. So you start with 100,000 and then you add 500 pesos a month. Your 100,000 can grow this much by the end of a certain period. So these are the things that really highlights why we need financial literacy for everybody, because ang kayamanan hindi dapat para lang sa mayaman. ang kayamanan ay para sa ating lahat. No? So this knowledge should be spread. Our children, all our children should know what they should look like. Mangungumusta lang po ako sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po kayo? With energy pa so far? May nakatulog na po ba? Excited pa rin? Okay, the next part, we're almost towards the end. And the next part, I want you to look at this closely because it's something I designed myself. Okay, I want you to see exactly how compounding returns. Naalala niyo po ba yung compounding return? Sabi ko kanina, ano nga po ba yung compounding return? Na ang kita na interest, yes, nakikita ko si ma'am. Ang kita na interest ay kikita din. So it's not just the main amount na kumikita, kundi ang interest, kikita ulit ng interest. And I'm so excited because this is something that I promised the late Nesting Espinilla, BSP governor, to teach more because they have discovered that even government officials don't understand the power of compounding. And if you don't understand that, why would you save money, di ba? Kung nag-ipon ka ng 10,000 ngayon, tapos after 10 years, 10,000 pa rin yan, wag ka na lang mag-ipon. But this is the great secret. Hindi po siya magiging ganon. Okay, so I'll show you my slide. Okay, so let's assume, right, that we begin saving 1,000 pesos. Yung 100 sa kanan niya ay interest niya, di ba? 10% interest. Kunwari, 10% interest. Tingnan nyo kung anong mangyayari if you save 1,000 pesos every year and allow the interest to compound interest. On year 1, this is your return. Okay? So, nagdagdag yung interest ng 100 doon sa interest ng 1,000. On year 2, on year 3, on year 4, on year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9. At a certain point, everything to the right of 1,000, you earn that simply by earning compounding return. Dadating yung punto as you do this regularly over the years. For 40 years na nagtrabaho ka, ang kikitain ng compounding return, mas malaki pa kaysa dun sa 1,000 na ilalagay mo. Okay? So this is the wonder of compounding interest. And if we can just imagine how transformative this is in our daily lives, we will be able to see why we need to save money. So ang 1,000 ngayon can become 100,000 in the future. Agree po ba? I showed you already 1,000 and then compounding interest and then you keep making 1,000 ways to make 1,000 pesos. So your 1,000 pesos can become 100,000 in the future. At yung favorite na investor ko po, ganyan po yung pag-iisip niya, si Warren Buffett. That's why when he sees 1,000 pesos, he's saying, why will I spend 1,000 pesos? Let's say lang, why will I spend 1,000 pesos on dinner? That means I'm paying 100,000 pesos for one dinner. Kasi, ang 1,000 ngayon is the same, essentially, as 100,000 in the future. If you internalize this, bawat 1,000 na makikita mo ngayon, hindi mo nasasayangin. Kasi iisipin mo, paano kung 100,000 na to in the future? Sayang yung 1,000. Nakuha niyo po yung gusto kong sabihin? Yeah? So, here are more examples of the magic of compounding. If you start saving at 20, hindi ko po alam kung among everyone here, there is someone who is 20 years old. Let's say you're 20 years old today, and you save 25 pesos per day for 5 days, and then you continue that for a year. You save 500 a month, you make that grow by 10% compounding return per year. By age 49, may 1,000,000 na kayo. By age 60, may 3,000,000 na kayo. Pero walang withdrawal system to. Tuloy-tuloy lang yung pag-iipon. At dapat kumikita siya ng 10% compounding. But if you delay, tinamad ka, gumastos ka, wala kang disiplina, at yung 1,000, akala mo ay 1,000 lang, hindi 100,000, hindi ka nag-ipon for 10 years and you start at 30, instead of 1,000,000 by age 49, you will only have 374. By age 60, instead of 3 million, you will only have 1 million. So, if you try, sabi nyo, baka yung 25 pesos masyadong maliit. Gawin nating 50 pesos per day. That will be 1,000 pesos a month. Again, if you delay by 30 years, instead of becoming a millionaire by 36, you will only have 250,000. Instead of having 11 million by age 60, you will only have 4.55. So these are the things that you learn. When you find out about the power of compounding, you realize there is no time to waste. Kaya kong palakihin ang pera na to, pero mapapalaki mo lang siya kung magsisimula ka na. Ano? So there are many ways to benefit from the power of compounding, like choosing a good company in the Philippine Stock Exchange na pangmatagalan, hindi agad mamamatay, at marunong gumamit ng kapital. If you have the time and inclination to be a financial detective, pwede po kayong mag-invest sa stock market. Pero kung hindi, there is no shame in that. Ang recommendation ko po ganito, para dun sa iba sa inyo na nag-iisip na after this crisis kung papaano umahon at nag-decide na kayo na mag-save ng 25 pesos per day, 500 a month, 6,000 a year, ilagay nyo po yung pera nyo sa index funds. Okay, so set that aside. Nakalagay po sa slide ko, index funds. Yan po yung recommendation ko sa inyo. Nabibili po yan sa mutual fund companies at sa lahat ng malalaking bangko. Pupunta po kayo doon, sabihin nyo po, index fund lang ang gusto ko at ilalagay nyo kahit 1,000 po. Mas mahal po ang cellphone kesa sa pag-i-invest for your future. Index funds lang po ang tatawagin natin. I can answer questions about that later. So, I come to almost the last part of my talk today. And I think lumagpas na po ako sa, okay lang po ba? Lumagpas na po yata ako sa ating time. Okay, but I'd like to share. It's very important po that step 5 of those 5 steps to building wealth is enjoy your life. Huwag na po tayong mag-away tungkol sa pera. Hindi po dapat pasamain ang loob ng ibang tao kung may mistake sa pera. Share ko lang po, ito na, naiyak na ako. One of my earliest memories is of my mom and dad fighting about money dahil mahirap nga po yung buhay. My mom was struggling for all of us. And my dad was in that very difficult part of his life. Kaya po naisip ko siguro na nandito ako sa trabahong ito dahil alam ko po kung gaano kalaki ang impluwensya ng pagkawalan ng pantustos doon sa well-being ng isang pamilya. Hindi po dapat pinag-aawayan ng pera. Hindi po, because the thing is, money is never the most important thing in our lives, in all our lives. But it does allow us to do the things that are most important. Before I end po, I'd like to tell you a little story about my favorite teacher. Patapos na po ako. Gusto ko lang po makita yung mga faces nyo. So I'll go back to that big screen. So, meron po akong favorite teacher nung elementary. Ang ginagawa niya po, hindi ko po alam kung nakikinig siya, and I hope she's okay. Her name is Merly Lucila. I studied in Bicol University, so doon ko po siya nakilala. Ang ginagawa niya po pag grade 4, hindi po siya nagpapalabas for recess. So ang ginagawa niya po, merong marketer per row. Tapos yung marketer, siya po ang kukuha ng mga orders. Tapos yung order, siya po ang pupunta doon sa canteen, siya po ang bibili, tapos babalik para hindi magulo yung klase. Wala po akong baon. So, ang ginawa ko po, everyday, pag tinatanong niya, sino gusto maging marketer, nagtataas ako ng kamay ko kasi wala po akong baon eh. Nahihiya po ako na kumakain lahat ng kaklase ko, tapos ako hindi kumakain. So, ang ginagawa ko po, marketer ako Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Alam niyo po si Ma'am Lucila, para po siyang beauty queen sa tingin ko. Matangkad siya, kayumanggi, lagi pong ganun siya pag naglalakad. Talagang mahaba ang leeg niya and very stately. Hinarang niya po ako paglabas ng kwarto. Sabi niya po sa akin, I know what you're doing. Hindi, nangatog na po ako kasi favorite teacher ko po talaga siya. Alam niyo po kung anong ginawa niya? Sabi niya, ito yung 10 piso. O 5 piso po yata yun. Sabi niya, ito yung 5 piso. Pumunta ka sa kantin, bumili ka ng sarili mong pagkain. Alam niyo po, maiksi lang po yung paa ko dahil nakita niyo naman kung gaano ko kapandak, di ba? Ang bilis ko pong nakatakbo papunta sa kantin. Tapos po yung ininom ay kinain ko na turon, yun na po yung pinakamasarap na turon na nakain ko habang buhay. Sobra pong para sa akin, yung pagiging financial advisor, I talk on stage a lot of times. I am on television. It's a glamorous experience. Pero po, the reason why I love teaching and I love being with you, I love going to, nagturo po ako sa Pasig, doon sa mga tumatanggap ng SAP. Nagtuturo po ako sa farmers, sa fishermen, sa mga lugar na mainit. Kasi po, gusto ko po maging katulad niya. Yung ginawa niya po para sa akin ay nagpapakita sa akin na ang pera, paraan lang yun para makabago ng buhay ng ibang tao. Hindi yun ang end goal. So kung meron ka na nun, pwede ka nang tumulong sa iba. Kung wala ka nun, hindi ka makaka-transform ng buhay ng iba. And I think, iniisip ko po kasi na every effort that I make, alam niyo po, napapalaban ako minsan sa dyaryo, tsaka sa television, tsaka sa social media. Pag meron po akong sinusumbong na scam, pinagmumumura po ako ng mga tao. Pero sa isip ko kasi, ito pong ginagawa natin ay paraan para tumulong. Kapareho po nung teacher ko na yun, paraan din po ito para makapagbigay ako ng turon sa ibang tao. So sana po, na-enjoy nyo po yung konting kwento ko. Financial literacy is really empowering and powerful. And if we know how to teach it well, if we have the love for our countrymen, if we study a lot, ako po every day I study from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. araw-araw. Ang binabasa ko pong libro 3, all at the same time. I study all the time, I read newspapers, and as we do that, as we grow our minds, we are able to empower other people better. And you, this is the testimony of all of you in DepEd who support the teachers, who support the parents and the children of our nation, you are in the best position to change people's lives. And each child, sobra naiyak na ako, and each child that you help, when her life is changed, she will help generations more of people. Kaya I am so pleased and honored to be part of this event today. Pagka nahihirapan po kayo sa trabaho ninyo, huwag nyo na po muna iisipin yung pagod. Sana po maalala nyo ko. Because my transformation started with a teacher. Of course, with my parents, my mom. Ang lawanit po yung dingding namin nung lumalaki ako. Alam nyo po ba, magmula bubong hanggang sahig, multiplication table ang nakasulat. Kasi math teacher po siya. We speak English in the house because she also taught English. So ito lahat, every little thing that you do for the teachers and for the classrooms, lahat ng ginagawa nyo, you'd have no idea how big your impact is on the lives of many of our countrymen. Saludo po ako sa inyong lahat. Huwag po kayong bibigay pag nahihirapan po kayo. Sana po maalala nyo ako at yung impact sa akin ng public school system. Maraming salamat po. I would like to take in questions and turn over the time to either Sir Francis or Teddy.
Hi po, Ms. Salve. Grabe. I'm still very overwhelmed. From our homes, can we give her a round of applause? Can I see everyone clapping their hands?
Maraming salamat.
There are so many comments po of people crying with you. And just being touched by your story po. And I cannot imagine what you've been through. But now you're inspiring so many people to touch other people's lives as well. I'm so happy to even have been part of this webinar because of your story po. And ayun, as you said po, we are opening the floor for questions. You may chat the questions po sa ating Zoom group chat po. But since po sa ating registration form, we already compiled some questions. Is it okay po to start with the ones from the registration form?
Yes.
Ayan po. So, one of our first question is, saan po tayo makaka-invest or saan po tayo makakalagay po ng pera ng mas active, especially during this time? Kasi ayaw po natin na nasa bangko lang po, ganun po.
Okay, very good question. Before I answer that, very important for me to highlight that before we invest, we should have paid off all our debts. Inulit ko yan kanina, dapat wala po tayong utang. Kasi may interest po tayong babayaran pero yung return natin hindi guaranteed. So useless pong mag-invest kung may kautangan po tayo, no? Okay lang po ba? Tuloy-tuloy lang ako?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, ito po ba si Mami? Kayo po ba yung nagtanong? Ayan. So, ngayon po, pagka nabayad na po natin ng utang, sorry, medyo luhaan pa as. Okay, kapag nakapagbayad na po tayo ng utang, before po tayo mag-invest, kailangan po muna may enough emergency funds tayo. Now, the reason for this is, ang emergency fund nasa time deposit lang yan or nasa bangko, kahit hindi po yan kumikita. The reason for that is, I don't want you to lose money in your investments kung biglang nagkaroon ng emergency at kailangan yung i-withdraw. Okay? Kung nagkataon po na may emergency tapos wala kayong emergency fund pero may investment kayo at nagkataon na hindi kumikita yung investment nyo, mapipilitan kayo mag-withdraw ng palugi. So, ang una, uulitin ko po ha, ang unang requirement, no debt. Pangalawa, enough emergency funds. Ngayon po, dati tinuturo ko dapat ang emergency fund natin, kahit wala tayong trabaho ng 3 buwan, mabubuhay ang pamilya natin. Tapos, kung magulo naman po yung sitwasyon sa kumpanya, kahit walang trabaho ng 6 na buwan, kayo po, dahil nasa gobyerno kayo, hindi naman po magsasara yung gobyerno. So, unless po mawalan kayo ng trabaho sa gobyerno, mawawalan po kayo ng kinikita. Pero marami pa tayong pangangailangan na minsan hindi kaya ng sweldo. So, dapat may enough savings tayo para kahit anong mangyari, hindi tayo magugutom, ang pamilya natin ay mabubuhay kahit na magkagulo ang buong mundo. Once that's done, wala nang utang, may emergency fund, ang suggestion ko po, index fund. Yung po talaga sa aking pag-aaral, ang napaka-perfect sa lahat ng klase ng individual. No? What an index fund does is parang gusto ko mag-blackboard. Dapat pala may whiteboard ako dito. Ang index fund, uulitin ko pa, susulat ko na lang. Di ko alam kung makikita nyo to. Okay? Ayan. Ito po ha, index funds. Okay? Nakita nyo po ba? Okay. So, ang index fund po, ang ginagawa niya, for 1,000 pesos to 500,000 pesos, para na kayong bumili ng pag-aari ng mga shares sa lahat ng magandang kumpanya sa Pilipinas. Tayo po, pag lumapit tayo kay Henry C. or sa mga anak niya, hindi po niya tayo papansinin. Kasi 1,000 lang ang i-invest natin sa SM. Pero may paraan para mo siyang ka-business partner. And that way is by buying stocks in the company. Pero para makabili ka ng stocks, sometimes you need 20,000 pesos, sometimes 5,000, iba-iba. An index fund is a collection of all the biggest companies who are doing well in the Philippines. So for 1,000 pesos, para ka nang merong pag-aari doon sa mga yon. And you don't even have to think of what stock to buy, anong kumpanya yung maganda, alin ang dapat ibenta. Because the index fund simply follows the movements of the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Ang ibig sabihin po nun, walang fee masyado, pero you get the upside. Pero kung maglalagay po kayo sa index fund, dapat po yun kakalimutan nyo for 10 years. Wala pong withdrawal para po ma-maximize nyo yung growth niya. Okay? So if this is, let's say, magre-retire kayo ng 60 years old, 50 years old kayo ngayon, pwede pa kayong maglagay doon. Parang invest and forget. Tapos, kukunin nyo na lang yon 2 or 3 years bago kayo mag-retire. This is one way of improving or adding to the retirement pay that you will get from government. Alam ko po, sa ating mga government workers or public school teachers na nangyayari po talaga na nag-retire ka, halos wala ka pong nakuha. So, it's very important na you have to add to your savings. Huwag po tayong aasa lang dun sa retirement pay na makukuha natin. So, index fund lang po. Pwede po kayong pumunta ng kahit anong malaking bangko. Sabihin nyo po index fund, may mga pipirmahan lang kayong form. Tapos, pwede na po kayo. Or yung mga marunong mag-internet, hanapin nyo po yung iba-ibang mutual fund companies na legit. Pwede po kayo mag-email doon at sabihin na gusto nyong bumili ng index fund. You can all subscribe to my social media channels, my IG, my Facebook, and my Twitter. Nagbibigay po ako everyday ng finance tips katulad ng sa index funds. Makikita nyo po doon many other information that can help you. And of course, I will always be privileged to be asked to speak to you again if you need more information. Okay. Siguro po nasagot ko na.
Very thoroughly. As in, habang nagsasalita kayo, there are more questions, but you actually answered them in your answer then. So thank you po for that. Now, this next question, feeling ko pati ako may iyak because I'm a young professional. So I'm only starting my career in the government now lang. So imagine your story. You knew about how to save and how the value of money at a very young age. So what do you think po is the importance of financial literacy even po sa mga bata ngayon?
I always say this, a country is only a collection of its people. So before the pandemic, yung country natin, gumaganda yung image sa buong mundo kasi mataas yung GDP, gumaganda yung ekonomiya, dumadami yung nag-i-invest dito. Pero kung ang tao, bawat individual na yan, mas marami pa ang mahirap kesa sa mayayaman. At some part of that poor population will probably never get rich because of structural problems in the economy. No? Kahit na anong sipag nila, kahit na anong haba ng pagtatrabaho nila, hindi talaga ma-achieve yung financial independence kasi imposible talaga. But there is a part of our population who do not have the poverty of opportunity. May oportunidad na mag-ipon, may oportunidad na kumita, pero nadadala ng pagiging gastador or hindi tayo marunong mag-ipon, hindi natin alam kung saan ilalagay yung ipon. And all of these parts of our population who are not transformed and enlightened, they will have continuously generations of people trapped in the cycle of poverty. So financial literacy will help that first portion of our population who do have the opportunity to save and invest money. Hindi ko lang alam ilang milyon yan. But I am betting there is a large part of our population na sana hindi na naghirap kung natuto ng mas maaga sa pag-iipon, sa simpleng buhay lang. Pero habang tumagal, simple nga yung buhay mo ngayon, pero nung natapos ka magtrabaho, okay ka naman. Kesa yung marangya yung buhay mo ngayon, may pabagbag ka, pa-IG ng kung saang restaurant ka na, di ba, nag-dinner or nag-date. Maganda yung IG natin, maganda yung Facebook natin, pero pagdating ng retirement, aasa tayo sa mga anak natin kasi hindi tayo nakapaghanda. So I think this is the value of financial literacy and I am so happy. Sobrang Sir Francis, sobrang thankful po ako na nag-start na ang personal finance program sa DepEd. And as more people in DepEd are fully transformed by this, then it will be even more powerful as we all teach this to the children, to the nation's children. Kasi sana dito na mag-stop yung generational poverty na nakikita natin sa bansa.
That is very true po. And I think because of these talks, we empower more people to really understand yung value ng kanilang pera and to value also their careers, where they put their money and where they invest as well. So I wish I knew this when I was a kid. Talaga. But I guess another question that I can give to
Hindi ka
you
lang,
is,
Eddie,
ano po?
kayang-kaya mo pa. 20 years old ka lang, kayang-kaya mo pa yan.
I will learn more. Kaya I'm gonna keep going to these webinars. And ano yun, I will also follow your social media accounts. Would you like to plug them in for a bit?
Yep. I'll show you the screen again. It's in my, okay. Can you share my screen? So there, it's at Salviduplito is the
Ayun.
handle for Facebook, IG, Twitter, and soon on YouTube channel.
Wow, my YouTube. You're
Soon.
going all places po, ma'am. Really touching everyone's lives, no?
Ang hirap kasi pandemic eh.
Yes po. And speaking of that po, especially now in this pandemic, ano po yung best mindset that we should all have about money? I mean, even if we're in a crisis, kahit na may ganito tayong sitwasyon, how should we see money or how should we see our personal finances now po?
Okay, very important question yan. This is the perfect time to really look at the pandemic as instructional in our lives. Each 1,000, as I will repeat lang ha, this can be 10,000. In 5 or 10 years, this can be 10,000. And in another 5 or 10 years, this can be 100,000. So when you look at it, it looks like a 1,000, it looks like 500 peso bills. Pero look at all the possibilities of compounding return that can make it 100,000. So whether we accepted SAP today, or somebody helped us with money, or we have money saved up, always remember that there are a lot of risks coming, but then there are also a lot of opportunities to turn each peso into a bigger amount. So don't waste your money. Always be wary of scams at lagi mong iisipin ano ang iba pang opportunities ko para makaipon ako. Because in 10 years, we may not yet be back where we came from. But in the next 10 years, habang naghihirap ang buong mundo, kung meron tayong ipon, we will have the greatest opportunity to buy investments that will help us in the future. This is the perfect opportunity for those who have cash. Kasi the opportunities to buy shares in companies may not come again after this.
That's very true right now. And I mean, I don't know a lot about stocks, but they say it's the best time now to buy. We're going to talk about this in future webinars,
Yes.
I'm sure. Pero I guess one thing I took away is to really be forward thinking, no? To really think about the future. Kaya I really relate to how you were talking about na the young people should really learn about this more. Kasi ang future nila it's going to depend on how we save and what our mindset is right now, di ba po?
Tigilan na natin, Teddy, yung one-day millionaire mindset natin. Sino dito ang mga one-day millionaires minsan? Umamin na, di ba? Minsan, kakautang lang natin, bukas naubos na yung pinangutang natin. It's
Opo.
very common to everybody.
And like you were talking the whole time about saving for emergencies. And that's how we should be prepared, even for the future. We received so many questions about how to prepare for retirement. And everything you said was related to that. To save, to think about the future, and to place our money in areas that will benefit us the most, hindi po ba? So one of our final questions is, I guess with all this, how would you define financial stability? Is that just for a few people? Or pwede ba yan para sa lahat? Ganun.
Parang pang 10 oras yan.
Later.
Pero it's very good kasi I think a lot of people will really wonder whether they're on the right path, whether kulang pa yung ipon nila, lalo na yung mga malalapit na sa retirement. Matatawag mo na ba ang sarili mo na financially stable o hindi pa o kailangan mo pa magtrabaho? So, life is not measured just by the amount of money that we have. For sure, that is so true. Because kahit na sobrang yaman mo, kung hindi ka mahal ng mga taong gusto mong magmahal sa'yo, whatever you say, you are not a success. No? Yung ganda ng buhay natin will not just depend on money. But we need to be financially stable because all the people in our lives and us as well, our wellness, mapoprotektahan lang yon pag meron tayong pera. So how do we know if we have enough? If we are already financially stable? Pagdating po ng retirement natin, tatandaan natin you still have more or less 20 years to live. So a lot of people, I don't know if you realize this, from 20 to 60, you work hard for 40 years. So you can live for 20 more years. So essentially, your savings for 2 years of work should help you live for 1 year out of work. Imagine po natin kung ang retirement income yung pagkatapos ng retirement, ang aasahan lang natin ay yung retirement pay natin, which is what? 2 to 5 million? Yung 2 to 5 million po, dito sa Metro Manila, tatagal lang po yan ng 3 taon. Papaano na po tayo for the 17 remaining years? Babalik po tayo sa trabaho. Okay lang naman po yun. Hindi po yun masama. Ako po, wala po akong balak mag-retire. Feeling ko po, 80 anyos na ako, nagtuturo pa ako. Pwede po ako magturo sa public school. Gusto ko po yun. Kung papayag pa sila. No? So, when it comes to financial stability, what you need to find out is, do you have enough to help you live for the rest of your lives? Kami po financial advisor, we compute that per person. Based on the lifestyle you want to have, possible sicknesses in the family, ilan pa yung pinapag-aral nyo, minsan lola ka na, nagpapaaral ka pa ng iba. Kung wala naman, para sa sarili mo lang, maintenance, kasi may mga high blood na tayo, di ba, marami. So, kino-compute po yan. Pero ito po, iba-iba po yung number, so I cannot give you an exact amount. Pero the overall general rule is, by the time you're 60, you should have at least enough to help you live for 1 year, and that money should still grow. I mean, to help you live for 10 years, and during that 10 years, that money should grow some more so that it will help you live for 20 years. No? So, all in all, you need to save for 20 years, pero hindi naman dapat by 60 meron ka ng good for 20 years kasi you still have 10 to 15 years to grow your money for the rest of the year. So, ano po to? Very mathematical, very instructional. Marami pong models kaming ginagamit for that. Iba-iba po yung numero per person. Pero, what is for sure is 5 million is not enough to be financially stable.
It's not just about the money we have, no? It's also about how we use it, diba? How we use it for the long term and who we value so that we can really be motivated, no? To use our money wisely. Ayun po. So thank you so much for answering all those questions. Grabe. And if you have more questions, she plugged in her social media accounts. Miss Salve Dupito is on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, ano ba, Twitter ba?
Opo, Twitter. Pakisabi lang po pag nagtanong. Dalawa po yung Facebook account ko. Yung isa po doon walang kwenta kasi personal account siya. Marami pong kalokohan yung kasi po medyo po ako palatawa. So, just follow the official page. I check that all the time. Kung magsasabi po kayo, magpa-private message po kayo ng question or tag me po kung may mga pictures kayo. I would love to see if you, during this session, took a picture of some of the slides or took a picture with you. I would love to see that on social media. Pag meron po kayong katanungan, please add lang DepEd so that I will prioritize. Kasi medyo marami pong questions every time I speak. Pag nilagay niyo po doon, DepEd, sasagutin ko po kayo agad.
Grabe. Wow, VIP ang feeling, no?
Of course.
Yeah, but I really love your heart for education and for service also. Talagang from childhood, no? Ayun, so just like you po, BPI Foundation fully supports this whole webinar series so that we can empower our hardworking DepEd teachers. And today is the best time to prepare for tomorrow. As Ms. Salve Dupito said po, so by developing these skills, we can instill a financial responsibility mindset para po makakontribute tayo sa bansa natin and also to our families po. So aside from DPI po, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has been supporting DepEd in this type of financial education so that we can empower our teachers and empower our students as well po. So thank you to our partners for making this webinar possible. So before we end po, Ms. Salve, do you have, I guess, parting note po for our viewers? What's one thing that we should remember po from this whole comprehensive webinar po?
Grabe, papaiyakin mo na naman ako.
Sorry.
Okay. I always say this I show this to people and I say, who wants 500? Taas ang kamay, lahat ng gusto. Okay, I don't know how I can send this to you, but if I do this, do you still want it? Gusto pa rin? If I step on it, dikdikin ko, tapak-tapakan ko, gusto nyo pa rin? Duraan ko nga gusto nyo pa rin? Gusto nyo pa rin? The reason why you still want it is, whatever's done to it, the value is the same. And it is the same thing with all of you here. Kung apihin kayo ng iba, tapakan kayo ng iba, duraan kayo ng iba, your value remains the same. You never let anyone look down on you because you are as valuable as the stars and the mountains around. Hindi po mababayaran ang serbisyong ginagawa niyo para sa bayan. Kaya taas noo lagi. Tandaan niyo po ito.
Grabe. You just made us cry again. Ayun, maraming salamat po, Ms. Salve. You have been such a really big part of our morning, our quarantine time, and I guess for the rest of the year. Ayun, I hope po that everyone was able to learn something new today. Sana po filled up po ang inyong notebook. Kaka-note-taking po kanina. And again po, for our PowerPoint presentation, we will be sending this to you through email. And to everyone po on Facebook Live who's still listening to us, maraming salamat po. I hope you also learned something new. And I hope that you can join us in our next webinar po. We are going to post more announcements and updates for our next webinar, which is going to happen next week po. Ayun, so maraming salamat po. If you have any questions, you can still message Ms. Salve, or you can also message the DepEd Facebook page po. Ayun, so thank you.
Sweet Teddy ng mga messages are coming, so I'm taking a video of all of them. I hope it's all right with you if I post it.
No,
Sobrang naiiyak na naman ako. Maraming salamat.
I'll keep talking para there are more messages. Wasn't she a great speaker po? Ayun, great speaker. Thank you so much for the inspiration. And I hope this motivates you more to join the next webinars po para we can learn more about financial literacy and how to prepare for our future. Ayan po. So again, thank you so much. Thank you to Ms. Salve. From our homes, can we clap for her? Give her a round of applause. Ayan. I guess now, through Facebook, we're showing all the faces of our participants right now. Grabe. We are strong at 300. Imagine that, 300 people with us today listening to you, Ma'am Salve.
Walang umalis. Walang umalis.
Talagang strong ang Wi-Fi connection din. Ayan po. Thank you again, everyone. I'll be posting po right here sa ating Zoom ang ating feedback form. We will only provide certificates to those who answered the feedback form. So please stay. Do not leave yet. I will post po our feedback form. So again, maraming salamat po. Thank you to everyone who was here with us today. And see you in our next webinar sessions po. Ayan, thank you po. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Ayan. So this is our feedback form. Ayan. So please copy this. Lalakihan ko. Wait lang. Ayan. Let's make it there. So if you answer this, you will get po your your certificate. Thank you, everyone.